on the ground. Now, the good news was it didn't smell bad. So I was happy about that, but it was a mess. It was terrible. And there was like, because of where it was, there was nowhere to put the stuff, so I had to put it in bags and then throw it into the trash compactor, which is always packed to the brim because people don't do this thing. Like, we have this big piece of wood that's next to the door. I guess people think that that's like a bar that we put over the door to keep the monster that's in there from coming into the store and killing everyone. It's not why it's there. It's there for a very specific and very important reason, because the trash compactor is a circle. So it's a big circular container that pushes the bags to the right. The bags go in straight down. So there's a very high chance that bags don't really get in there properly. So you're supposed to take the big piece of wood and just kind of say, get the fuck in there. You're clogging up the bullshit. We got to put our trash inside. But most people just throw the bag in and they just go, oh, I can't close the door anymore. I guess I just need someone to help me close the door. Ow! We'll let the maintenance guy deal with it. So
hold on, stream.
No, stream's up, don't worry.
It had a hiccup. All right, that was.
Yeah, it had a hiccup.
That was
there.
weird.
It's still on.
So I had to take these bags full of this. They were really heavy bags, obviously, because it's fluid. So this vegetable fluid, I have to put them in the trash compactor.
Oh, I got quality controls.
Hey,
oh, shit.
Sweet.
When?
Just now. That's why my stream went down for a second, I guess.
Hey!
Whoa!
Nice.
We upgraded.
Dude, I can watch Source on Source.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right,
Moving on
enough
up, boys.
cheering. Back to work.
So there's like
Keep going.
there is a lock on it because we don't want anyone to steal our trash. So we have a lock on the door, and I take off the lock and I open it up. Like in movies, someone like opens up the closet, just all of the closet falls on them. Well, I've never seen so many trash bags pushed behind a door, to the point where like 4 to 5 of them just come spilling out, just all over the fucking ground. And I'm like, I want to know who did this, and they knew who did it. And I had a very short talk with this person. And I said, listen, me and the night manager, we're like this. We're tight. All right, we're friends. He likes me. He doesn't know who you are. When you get here, he's gone. When I tell him to fire you, you're fired. So I need you to start looking for a job and fucking just get out of, don't ever come to the back and put away trash again. Just leave it at the bottom of the fucking machine. I'll deal with it, because you are too fucking stupid to operate a piece of wood. Do you see this? And I picked it up and I showed him it. I'm like, I want you to smell this because of what you did. And he smelled the end that we pushed the trash in with. And I said, never do that again.
Oh my god.
You fucking push the trash in, or next time you're fired. We're not gonna have someone like you inside of the store. I have the worst job here, and I don't need you making it worse.
Jesus Christ.
And one of my other favorite things to clean has always been the milk cooler, where we keep all the milk. And now, I don't know if you guys know this, but milk sweats. Even though it's really cold, it sweats.
Yeah.
There's condensation, it comes out, it gets all over the ground.
Of course.
Really easy to clean because it's too cold for it to like dry, and it's not cold enough for it to harden, so you just kind of scoop it out. And I was doing that, and that's where we also store all the milk. So there's these big like things, shelves, like pallets of milk and stuff behind me, and scooping the milk out and wiping down everything that needs, and a little extra wipe here and there, making sure that all the labels on the back of an end of the shelves that help us to tell where everything is, because it's too hard to see that yogurt is here and milk is over there. They're very similar, so we need to make sure we have very good labeling. And I get my manager comes in with this big white thing, like a big roll of white thing. He's like, hey, we're gonna move all the labels. We're gonna redo them. We're gonna put this on. And we're gonna just write it on, so that because we're gonna have a big floor move. And he gives me some tape, and he's like, just put this across all the things. So I tape it all on, and I'm not sure why he thought that the tape that he had would work, because it wasn't like water resistant. So I tape it on and everything, and it would just fall off. And
Oh, Jesus.
so I would wrap it around to try to keep it on. And so I show him it. He's like, oh yeah, that's great. So because I had it up there, and 2 days later, the whole thing fell off.
Oh.
So all the labels are
Max.
all the labels were on the ground, and the manager got in trouble because of how stupid he was. And that was really funny. He thought he was like a genius. He's like, oh my God, look at this great idea. We can write stuff on it. It's gonna be great. All you gotta do is just tape this on with this tape it's not gonna work. And we don't seem to have any tape that would work. It's like duct tape wouldn't stick to it because of whatever the hell was coating that, plus the temperature, I guess. I don't know. We just couldn't tape it on, so we had to do it the hard way. And
I like people who do makeshift stuff like that, though.
it was a cute idea. Just it didn't work.
I love how you call it was a cute idea.
It just didn't work.
It was cute.
And before I worked at ShopRite, one of my first jobs I had was I was at Sears. I was a shoe salesman, and we had a lot of girls that worked there. So a lot of guys would call to talk to them, and the girls didn't want to talk to any of the guys that would call to talk.
Oh my God.
Like none of them. There was not a guy that called that store to talk to any of the women that worked there that they wanted to talk to, for whatever reason. Most of it was because they didn't know the person that was calling very well, or they just didn't like them. So we had one guy that would always call. He would call at least once every single time we did a shift, and we were like the night shift, sort of, or the closing shift, so we would have to clean everything. And oh my God, people just, you give them a shoebox, they just go start craving mad. They're like, take the shoe out of the box, put shoe on the floor, shoes away. Good. All right, let's go to the next pair of shoes. Do the same thing. And they just, shoes, it's everywhere. And you'd have to pick them all up, and you'd have to match them by their size and put them in the right box, and you put it away. And you had to do sales quota. Wasn't very fun. Not a very good job. I didn't really stay there very long.
Jesus Christ.
This person kept calling every day. It was always this person. He never got to talk to the girl, ever. But because we usually just hung up on him. And for some reason, like this, one of the kids there that was working with me, it was this big Asian guy, fun guy to work with. He was like, I don't know how to make him stop calling, but I'm so bored of just hanging up on him. I want to try to have a conversation with him. So he picks up the phone and he says, hey, is this Candy Cane? And
Oh God.
Okay.
and the guy on the other side of the phone, I don't think he knew what to do, because all that he said for the rest of that conversation was Candy Cane. Is this Candy Cane? And it was like the guy was like, what did you say? Just like over, he just kept repeating it in the same voice. He had like this weird southern accent, and he kept calling him Candy Cane. And the guy hung up. And the next day he called back, and he, this time, instead of just saying, hey, is this Candy Cane, over and over again, he tried to talk to him about it, but kept calling him Candy Cane. And this kept going on for like about a week, because the guy still would keep calling. We just kept calling him Candy Cane, and more of us got involved in it.
Fucking Candy Cane.
Just this guy who we affectionately just call Candy Cane from now on.
That's nice.
And he stopped calling after a week of it. I think it was my fault. I have a very strong feeling it was my fault that he stopped calling. Because everyone else would just like talk to him about stuff. I would like ask him if he remembered the last time that I violated him in some way, and I would just describe how like I like brutally murdered someone, and we cut up the body, and like, remember when we put it in the bag, and that funny joke I told you about, like his fingers? Oh, that was so good. Remember when we threw the fingers in a blender and like I would just keep getting worse and worse until he hung up, and like they didn't really like it when I did that, but
I would imagine not. No.
I only got to do it like 2 or 3 times during that week of stuff, because after I did it the first time, they're like, we don't want you to do this anymore.
Damn
Jesus
it.
Christ.
All right,
Oh,
I
man.
think we're gonna hear Apex's story, and then we're gonna wrap things up here.
Oh boy, my big fucking
And a
story.
pretty big, bro.
Big finale. Here we
Big
go.
finale from a short man. All right, so like I said, you really think that you don't see shit as a technician. Well, you already know my standpoint with that little fucking kid. Now, I have a bunch in there, but this one sticks out the most only because, all right, so it was, like I said, this was another service call that was at the end of the day. I was up in Jersey City, and it was like in this little like shopping center, like it was like a strip mall type thing, because these roads were really fucking narrow and they're all one-way streets basically. And there was just a bunch of shopping areas. There was a mall right there, and just a bunch of like restaurants, like McDonald's was there, etc. And Dunkin Donuts was right there. So I was at this one Dunkin Donuts. It was a short job basically. They just needed calibrations on the machine because they get monthly inspections. Basically. So they just need to make sure that the water levels of the brewers were right, and etc. They were getting the right amount of grinds to make the coffee, shit like that. So I was doing that. It was taking me like a half hour to an hour, only because I had to wait for these machines to finish, and then it was tedious. So as I was doing this, basically I had to use the bathroom at one point, and so I asked the employees there. I'm like, "Oh, is there a key for the bathroom or anything?" And he told me, he's like, "No, you can just walk right in. No one's in there." Little did I know that was a fucking lie. So I went to go to the bathroom. And what happened was I opened the door, and as soon as I fucking opened it, there's just this big, burly fucking man just sitting on the toilet, just full on jerking off right there.
Oh my god.
And the thing,
Just how, like, okay, like, was he just firing away, or what the fuck?
dude, like he was basically firing away, and basically I saw it all. Unfortunately, I saw
everything. Was it the big finish, or was it like what the fuck did you see?
You slide into home? What happened?
I don't want to fully describe it, but literally, when I say
It's
I saw
too late.
the
You're
whole-
already past
when
the
I
point
said
of no
when I say I
return.
saw the whole thing, I literally saw like his cock in his hand, just full on, just this dude,
God
just
damn it.
vigorously, just like I said, it was just like angry jerk off, basically. Like he was just venting his anger out on it. Now I'm just being extremely too descriptive here. But and the thing is, like, I closed the door immediately. I tried so hard.
It's a lot of
not to
detail
laugh,
for
bro.
immediately, Ape.
Shut the fuck up. So
Did it get on your shoes?
Shut the fuck up. No.
Fucking weird
I
ass
didn't wait.
question.
I didn't wait for him to climax. What the hell? What kind of sick fuck did he take for me? Anyway,
You
so
should have
like,
got on your knees and gave him a blowjob. I mean, come on.
get the fuck out of here. I'm not. I don't
That's
know.
the
if
Yeah,
rule.
man, be like that
That
couple in
is
True
the
Grit.
rule.
You know what to do.
I didn't know. I don't know if this dude was homeless or anything, because he had like this big brown like fur coat type, like trench coat shit, whatever, and he just looked like a mess. But like fucking, I try so hard not to laugh as I'm walking away, dude, and like even the employees are like looking at me like, what the fuck, like what happened? So I'm just like, I'm waiting for this machine to finish up its cycle, and the dude comes out the bathroom, and like there's an instance where like he stops at like in front of like the door frame of it where it leads to the bathroom, and he just stops, and this dude just gives me like the nastiest like grill. Like if I told someone, like this dude would probably like kill me. Like he's just staring at me from at the back of the store where the bathrooms are, just standing there at the doorway.
He's just like, I'm thinking of you.
Like, dude, he didn't say anything. He's just staring at me. And then he sits over by the table right by that doorway. He just sits there in the corner, and he's still staring at me. And again, I'm trying so hard not to fucking laugh.
I'm so upset you didn't like pop him a wink or something. I think that would have been great.
Like, in my mind though, I'm just like, I think this man wants to kill me, because like I start questioning myself, like, one, why didn't he lock the door? Two, who the fuck goes to a Dunkin' Donuts to jerk off in the middle of the afternoon like that? Like, oh my god. It was so bad. And like, again, like the employees, like even the manager was there, he kind of like asked me, he's like, is something wrong, whatever? Like, what happened? I just told him, like, I'm not saying anything. And I look over again, the dude's still staring at me. I'm like, yo, I hope he doesn't follow me. Like, that was like the stipulations I had in my head. I'm like, yo, he might follow me.
He's gonna follow me and finish. He's gonna finish right on my hood. Hood of my car.
On my hood, but he's gonna finish me off nonetheless.
He's gonna jerk off onto your truck and then stab you.
Dude, it was so bad. But I walked in on a homeless dude just jerking off at Dunkin' Donuts, and then this motherfucker Smarty knows about it, and he just had the nerve to tweet out saying, so that's how they make glazed donuts. Like, you ass.
That's what that was. I forgot. Oh my god.
So next time you're eating a glazed donut, just think about the homeless man jerking off in the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh man, like honestly, like that was one day. Like I was hoping that one, he didn't follow me, and two, if he did follow me, please get his hands away from me, because I didn't want him to touch me. I don't want him touching me, because I was like,
man,
like,
he's gonna kill me with the hands he used to jerk off. That's gross. Yuck.
It just seeps into my wounds.
All right. Well,
man.
I think that's all the time we've had for today. We've been going for 2.5 hours.
What a way to start it off.
What a good way to start it off. I hope you all enjoyed this. We're going to try and do it as a weekly thing every Thursday. Again, we're going to start around 11 and go until we feel like we've reached a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywhere between 2 and 3 hours, probably.
Of course.
And Amron joins.
You'll be seeing everybody from the Go to Bed crew. We're going to be cycling out depending on what everybody's availability is. You'll see Smarty in here. You'll see Phil. You'll see all your favorites.
So I guess Thursday is our weekly day?
Thursday will be the weekly day.
Every Thursday nights. Bedtime Stories happens. And for like future references, because I did see some questions that are like, is this going to be available later? We are going to get to work on that. We will put, I think, Max, will this be up on YouTube? Or?
This is going to be up. I'm going to try and get its own YouTube channel going, just so you'll have a place to get this. The VOD is going to be saved immediately after this. All of the Bedtime Stories will be available on my channel under the VODs. You can catch it live if you're watching this on YouTube every Thursday, twitch.tv/MAXX.
Or if, I don't know if you want to keep it here, do you want to make its own Twitch?
Eventually, if it gets its own Twitch, then I'll put an annotation somewhere in this. Yeah. But other than that, that's it. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you have any kind of comments that you'd like to say, hit us up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. This was kind of our...
us any angry reviews of our...
constructive stuff.
Of course.
Come on.
I think... Can I give the inaugural final words here?
Are you gonna drop a sick dope meme on us?
No, I'm not. I was just gonna say I think it's proper that since we're ending it, the only way we can end it is just to say, audience, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, there you go.